Morning commutes like this are just so surreal. If it wasn't for the four-stroke motor noise behind me, I would swear I'd passed over into heaven. Well, it's an absolutely beautiful glassy day. And look who's back in action, guys. The Parker has got a new motor. You know, for those of you guys who've been following for a while, at least since last summer, you probably saw the video where I exploded my motor. Yeah, I was driving this baby out here one morning. Everything sounded fine. Doing about 5,000 RPM, going pretty good. And no smoke, no sound, no rattle, nothing, just purring. The Yamaha just all of a sudden, kaboom! You guys can go back and watch the video. I'll link it at the end there. If you haven't seen it. And my motor, yeah, just exploded my motor. And I was like, what the heck? I look back, the motor just cut right out. It was just like, clunk, done. And I pulled off the cowling. There was like oil dripping out. Turns out my piston had come loose. The shaft or something punched holes right through both sides of the motor, just destroyed the whole head of the motor. So yeah, she was a complete write-off. It took us a long time to, you know the rigmarole with the insurance companies, right? It's lots of back and forth, and then they send somebody out, and then it takes weeks and months to hear back, and then all of a sudden, they covered the motor. Isn't that amazing? So yeah, she was a complete write-off, and it was going to cost like $20,000+ to repair, not replace, just repair the Yamaha that was on there. Turns out there was like it was like a manufacturer's defect. From those model years, it was like a faulty coating on the inside of the pistons or something like that would break down over time, because there was only about 450 hours on the motor, really low hours. So it was really weird that it blew up. But supposedly those years, they had some defective coating on it that would break up down and let junk in the motor and kaplooey the motor. So that's what happened. So we got the money. They agreed to put a new motor on the thing, which was amazing. So I switched to Suzuki. I've been really happy with the Suzuki on that one over there. They're quieter, smoother, less vibration, less noise, and better on fuel. And still made in Japan, so you're gonna get that Japanese quality. And you can be full out on this thing and have a conversation with somebody, and you're standing right next to the motor. So it's pretty nice to have that power and that speed, but not the what, that's pretty common with outboard motors. So I'm loving the Suzuki. I think Suzuki's starting to edge out Yamaha. I know them's fighting words. I know I'm going to hear it from the comment section, but I'm just saying, for those of you who are running Suzuki's, you know. And I've been a Yamaha guy pretty much my whole life. Always loved the Yamaha, and I still got a soft spot for Yami. But Suzuki's they got game right now, man. Their motors are awesome. Well, the sun is shining and life is good. Still problems though. Still got water coming out of the ground here. I'm trying to level this area here for my sawmill, and it's kind of muddy, but I'm just pushing through. I'm bringing up some gravel, getting it stamped down, hitting it with the tamper over here. Picked this little guy up at Princess Auto. Works great, got the Honda motor on it. And there's plenty of stuff that's gonna need tamping out here, so I figured I might as well have my own tamper. So we're bringing up some gravel, and we're just gonna flatten down these two tracks, and that's where the pier blocks are gonna sit. And then I'm gonna build like a wood frame out of 2x4s. I got some pressure treated 2x4 over there, and the pier blocks, and then these decks right here will sit on top of that. So I took off the one bent rail from when I dropped the log on it, so I could still salvage half of the bed. So we should be able to get a 30-foot bed on here, which is pretty awesome to be able to cut a 30-foot beam, because I got plenty of long logs, and I can cut anything up to 30 feet, which is, did I say 30 feet? Because the bed's 30 feet, in case you didn't catch 30 feet. Yeah. So let's see if we can get this thing put together today. Little muddy, a little messy, who cares? We're men, right? All right, so I ended up going and grabbing a bunch more rock up on the property, because once we got this little ditch in here, all the groundwater coming out is now starting to move. And this was actually drying up real nice, and so we got a good pack down on it with the tamper, and we got everything like within about a half an inch or quarter of an inch elevation with the string line, so I can just shim them all. Right, once we lay the 2x4s in there, I can just cut little shims and slide them underneath till it gets it nice and level. But we're going to be able to cut a 30, did I say that? I said that 20 times already. 30-foot bed on this thing. I'm really excited to cut a 30-foot long beam. Are you excited, Adam?
I can't get more excited about anything.
Yeah, you're just lit if you haven't noticed. Couldn't reach before. This video has been made possible by my monthly sponsors: U2 Fasteners, Odie's Oil Wood Finishes, Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, and Princess Auto. If you want to see what these great retailers have to offer you, please check the links in the description box below. Thanks for watching. That needs to come up a 1/16.
So full turn.
Just shy of a full turn, small 16. So what we're doing here is we're using the sight level to level out the base. So it's deadly because each one of these feet is made with a threaded rod, so with nuts on it. So we can adjust up and down. And that's what the wheels for the saw assembly roll on, is the top edge of that angle iron frame. So it has to be dead straight or else you're gonna get crooked timbers, right? With a bow in them or humps and bumps. We don't want that, we want straight. So you gotta spend the time now to do it really well and accurate, and then we'll bolt it all down tight and try out cutting a log. All right, here's the old sawmill here. I've only ran this thing one time and then I left the gas in it and the gas went bad and gummed up the carb, I believe. So I drained the gas through the carb. And I undid this little screw on the bottom of the carb. I let the whole tank of bad gas drain through into a bucket, got rid of that. And it's just been sitting ever since. So I don't know if she's gonna start up. Worst case scenario, I gotta take off the carb and go get a new one. They stock the carbs. I don't know if they stock them, but you can get all the replacement parts at Princess Auto. So that should solve the problem. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna sling this through. Comes with these little slinging brackets on it, which is great. And then I'll gut the bucket right here. Okay, should be able to pick that up and walk it over. Pretty sweet though. I thought I'd gonna have to get the carb fixed or something, but just needed to dry out, I guess. I love this. This thing like starts first pull.
Yeah.
Started first pull when I ran it the first time, and then sure enough. right, guys, here's where we see if all that time we spent leveling this deck and getting it perfect, if it transfers to the timber. Okay, we've got 7 3/4 of an inch by 6 1/2. 7 3/4 of an inch strong by 6 1/2. 7 3/4 of an inch strong by 6 1/2. 7 3/4 by 6 7/16. Let's go! Just turned this log into a timber. Took us 15 minutes. Oh, Samurai is rock hard right now. If you watched this far, please give this video a like, maybe share it with somebody, and drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of the new mill. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Samurai out.